is a whole lot to write about. So, ladies and gentlemen, please listen attentively as I read out his citations. Samson Odegbami is a seasoned business. Yes, thank you. Samson Odegbami is a seasoned business development expert, management consultant, and real estate developer with over 3 decades of experience. His expertise spans strategic business growth, innovative problem solving, and resilient leadership, known for his ability to help individuals and organizations achieve excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, please put your hands together as I bring forward Samson Odegbami. Please, a round of applause for him. A round of applause for him. Please, till he gets to the stage. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Are we together? Good morning, everyone. Are you happy to be here at all? Okay, it's a privilege to be here also, and I want to say a very big good morning to everyone and to all our speakers and to the hosts. Thank you, everyone, for doing this and keeping the legacy of His Excellency Ubong King alive. And while I was sitting there, while we were showing the documentary about him, seeing him again, I just told God, thank you, God, that I had the privilege at least to host him and have him, on a very close, have a close relationship with him. And I won't lie to you, I remember his session with us in 2020, I think that was 2019, when we started our church. He was one of the first person that came to speak. Till today, we are still reaping from that impact. I remember what he told me when Mama was talking and said that the people we're bringing are not just people that, theoretical people, they are people that have substance. I remember after we finished that section, we just started the church, here in Abeokuta. You're not sure of what the future holds. And then we got back to his hotel. He said, Samson, you are going places. He said, but let me tell you one thing. I didn't understand that statement then. I felt in a way, I was not comfortable with my religious mind. He said, never bring a poor man to your pulpit. I was like, what did he mean by that? My religious mind, I'm like, how will you say that? Jesus Christ died for everybody. What did you mean? And it was years after I understood what he was saying. What he was trying to say is that never bring anyone who is not a practitioner, who has not handled what they teach, never bring them to your pulpit. Because that is the man he was. He was not a man that was doing anything to have the ovation. He was a man that was living out his experience. And sincerely, that word stuck with me to tell myself also that I will not look for a stage. I will not look for people to invite me. I will not lobby to be invited. I will rather be a person of value, manifest value, succeed in my own right, and invitations will come pouring for me. That has been my mantra since that time. Does that make sense? Can you please put your hands together once again for Ubong King? Okay, I have a short time today, and let me just quickly go into it. So, Thinkation 2025, my topic today says, harnessing the power of partnership and mentorship in driving business success. I just have very few minutes, so there's no time to, just breathe about it. Let's just move straight into it. Very powerful theme and topic I've been given this morning. I wish we had a whole day to have a master class on this, particularly looking at the demographic of the people that we have here. I can see a lot of young people, and this is a very important topic right now. I'm just going to start with the first quote that I heard by John Maxwell, who said that one is too small a number to achieve greatness. One is too small a number to achieve greatness. And that statement is very true. You will not understand the import of that statement until you begin to walk in the marketplace and you begin to attempt to do great things. You must understand that it didn't say one is too small a number to achieve survival or to achieve some level of success, but it said greatness. And why that word is important is that not many people are set their sight on greatness. Greatness is a very scarce commodity. Many people are out there for survival. And if you are looking just to survive, just to get something to eat and to be able to show up the next day, then you might not need to understand the power of partnership and networking and working with people. But if you ever want to do anything great, something that will last, something that will have, that will capture the attention of the world, then you must understand that you can never do it alone. Oh, thank you for that. You can never do it alone. So it's important you understand the power of that. And then partnership, learning how to work with people and harnessing the power in teamwork is actually a skill. that you have to develop. I know that in our university's curriculum, there might be no course that says working in a team or teamwork or something like that. But the way the school system is designed is such that you must have developed that skill while you work with your fellow peers, on project and on assignment. And I know that for Nigerian education system, I know a lot of us, we are assignment doublers. You don't do your assignment alone. And some people have mastered the craft. It's as if they have a calling and an anointing to dub assignments, such that when they dub you, they get higher marks than you that were dubbed. Yes or no? When I was in school, I had friends like that. They wake up, they don't do the assignment. We are going to submit the assignment by 10. They get to school by 7:30, 8 o'clock. And they just copy everybody and submit. And I'm sure, I don't know about you, when you have very strict class reps, I had one then. So while the lecturer is saying, I'm taking you to the lecturer's place, you see us running after him. Charles, please, Charles, please, Charles, please, Charles, please, Charles, please. And at the nick of time, you just put in the assignment. And you are happy that, what a relief, I've done it. What the worst that can happen to you is that the result comes in and you got good marks. You know what that does? It reinforces your erroneous belief that I can cheat the system and still go away with it. What it does is that it already destroys your foundation of self-discipline. It destroys the foundation of working under pressure and getting results within a speculated time. That's why when you see people go, students are generally assuming we think that we are smarter than the system. And I remember this, what Stephen Covey said about the law of the farm. One of the places where you cannot cheat process is the farm. That is nature. As a farmer, when you are supposed to plant, in the summer, when you're supposed to plant, probably dry season planting, and you don't do so. On the farm, let's say you're supposed to plant maize, which is going to take 9 months, for example, and you decide not to do that. And 3 months to it, 3 months gone, or 3 months to the deadline, you go and put a seed in the ground. You know that you're not going to have a harvest in 9 months. Yes or no? Am I right? You cannot cheat the law of nature. And he calls it the law of the farm. And we have to think that way, because in other areas of life, it appears that you can cheat the system, but in reality, in the short run, it looks like I can cheat the system, meaning that I cannot prepare, I may not do my assignment, come the second morning, copy a friend of mine who I know of all, I'm so sure that she will do it, she will get it done. I can come to class, copy her, submit it, and I will still get good marks. So I think that I've cheated the system, but in the long run, the law of the farm is going to catch up with you. And when it's going to catch up with you, the stakes and the cost will be too high. How will it catch up with you? Some of us think that when we come up with a CV, the same way we do, we copy assignments. Some people, we have copied CVs, just generic CV. Number one, skills. I can work under pressure. I can work without supervision. In fact, I can work without money. If you keep me, I can still work. So you have copied that, and you think that, and now I've copied CV. Then you get to the interview table, and he said, I can work under pressure. I remember there was a joke I saw online. They gave the guy a lot of work. The guy was crying. He said, but you told us in your interview that you can work under literal no supervision. I remember I've been privileged to sit on the interview table. I remember this, then I used to work with workforce management center as an intern then. Then these people, people have mastered skill, proficiency in Microsoft Excel, proficiency in, computer literacy, proficiency in Excel. The guy never knew we were going to test him. So after the interview, he was on his way out. We just called him back. And my boss just brought out quite a lot of data and said, help us enter this data, sort and filter. So, proficiency in Microsoft Excel. Sorting and filter is basic. The guy started shaking. So he said, okay, sir, can I bring in Excel? No. We just brought a system. This is the Excel. Sit down and the man you looked at. How you will know people that lied on their CV? He knew nothing about the computer. But you know what? He had cheated himself his way all through, thinking that the corporate world is like the world of his university, where you can cheat your lecturer or cheat your supervisor and you go scot-free. But in the marketplace, it is the law of the farm. You can never cheat the process. Your results will always be corresponding to your preparation. A day will always come that it will be too late to make adjustments, and it will be too late to save things out. Am I speaking to you? So that's why you must understand this thing. So collaboration and partnership is what is taught in our schools by virtue of the activities you do. That's why I think students needs to be taught the essence of what you do beyond the curriculum, the class, the grades you have. The other extracurricular activities are meant to build in you a certain kind of skill. But if you don't understand it and you think that they are not important, then what happens is that you miss out on those opportunities. And that's why today one of the biggest, as much as we have unemployment as a problem in today's economy in Nigeria, unemployability is another major factor. I even think that's even bigger than unemployment. Because I can tell you, as someone that employs labor myself, the headache of every business person here is to find quality talent. Am I right, sirs? Find quality talent. Not just find an employee. Because there's a difference between an employee and a talent. You can be an employee but not a talent. Am I speaking to you? A talent is someone who has the desire for success, has developed themselves, and you can, when you find them, you are happy to invest in them because they are ready for the journey. So it's important you understand that you must, if you are going to do anything, succeed in today's marketplace, you must understand partnership, the power of partnership, the power of collaboration. Now, never a time has it been important for an individual to be ready to collaborate and partner with anyone than the time that we are in. In today's 21st century and going into the future, you realize that it's important. It's not negotiable. You must develop that. In fact, how far you go will be determined by how well you have honed your skills of collaboration. Someone also said that if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, what do? You go with a team. And today we are in a collaborators economy. Tell your neighbor we are in a collaborators economy. Tell your neighbor we are in a collaborators what? Economy. You know, before now, the word collaboration was like a big word, you know, that looks so special. And when we started using it like a buzzword, but now it's part of our daily existence. The same way Uber has become a part of our existence, collaboration has become a part of our existence. You know why? Even on your Instagram now, you can collaborate your post. Yes or no? Don't you do that? So if you have a multiple pages, for you to get optimum exposure, you partner with them. I remember when we do programs, for example, in our church, we have a guest, and they tell us, collaborate with me so that my audience can see it. So collaboration is no longer a technical word, has become part of our way of life. The same way you say, I'm going to school, I'm going to eat, you can say, I'm going to collaborate. That is the world that we are in. But it won't just be something you do on Instagram. You must understand that it has to be something you live. And there is a skill to make it in a collaborators economy. And now, I must say this. There are a lot of things as a graduate you must unlearn that our education system teaches you that are bad. Not just the education system, even right from our families. And that's why I'm very passionate about families. And I speak to a lot of young people that are getting married now because you realize that the first place of enlightenment, of civilization is the family. But in the African culture, there are some outlook we have that engenders unconsciously destructive skills or mindsets in us. For example, the average African family, if you grew up like me, you were born in the 1980s, our parents instilled in us a strong sense of competition. Yes or no? We were so competitive that at that age, we were too young to carry the weight of competition. So we did it in a very destructive manner. They didn't mean bad because the average parent then, their self-esteem was dependent on the academic performance of their children. Yes or no? So it's so bad that in school, you don't see your peer, your friend, as just a friend in the exam, or you see them as a competitor. Because I went to a school where, JSS1, I was first. And they would call me out during the valedictory service after the third term. My father would sit at the back proudly. That is my son. You come out. When they call best students in different subjects, my dad was, you can't come up with two prizes as best students and you are fine. Out of 15 subjects, you must be best in 10. Yeah, because my father enjoyed the fact that there was a year, as they called you, as you are collecting one, you are going back. Also, again, best student in mathematics, you come back again. As you are going back, you come back again. And people are shouting. Your father is like, that's my son, that's my son. And it was later I understood. I thought I was brilliant until I got to the university. You know, that's why they call it uni-what-versity. It's a universe of different brain. When I got to university, my first GP was 2.4. Best students coming from a school, I now realized that after all, I was not really that brilliant. I was just fortunate that at the height of my brilliance, I was surrounded by people. And no disrespect to my secondary school mate, but I know you realize now how dull you were. And I was just like a one-eyed man in the land of the blind. And that's why I like the word of a university. That's why I'm not a proponent for having multiple universities that dilutes the concentration of brilliant people, the diversity. I don't think you should go to a university where in class you are 10. It's an advanced secondary school or a crèche at best. Because in secondary school, you went to private school, you were just 15. You thought that you were brilliant, but the average brilliance there, and that's why you said that in those days, my friends that went to public schools, which though it's not bad, I'm not advocating for that, but there's a good thing in it. They were 90 in class. So someone that was 35 out of 90, we go for debates. It goes squares up with a first student in a private school that are 15. 35 position. We flood down number 1 in 15. Because you now realize that when it comes to aggregation, you are not that brilliant. But that's not my point. When I got to university, I realized that I was not that brilliant. It was a wake-up call for me. And when I say I'm not brilliant, I'm just trying to downplay you. Yes, I'm saying. What am I saying is that when I was going to, thank God, on school, we met people like Ubong that taught us a lot of things about selflessness. I realized that I had to unlearn and re-engineer my mindset. That it was not a competitive economy like that. That I must collaborate with the next person beside me. That my self-esteem should not be dependent on the fact that I'm number 1 among everyone. Because if that is my focus, then I don't look for the good of others. It was so bad that in university, you will square up with someone, and there's some people, what they do, they know how to form formation into exam hall. They form formation. There was a year, the guy was copying me. I deliberately wrote the wrong things for him to copy. When he copied the wrong thing, I now went to collect extra sheet. I started over again. Because I've been taught that my brilliance must be shown by your failure. And that subtle seed, we carry it into adulthood, and you begin to compete with who you should be collaborating with. Your helper becomes your competitor foolishly. Just what I'm saying. So you have to change that mindset. You now realize that we are in a collaborative economy. I was watching President Donald Trump's inauguration, and I was surprised how in the same room I have a Mark Zuckerberg. That is all, I thought it was all competing with Elon Musk. I saw Elon Musk with OpenAI, Sam Altman, all laughing. And I know that at the highest level of power, there is no competition but collaboration. Because they are all kings in their own right. And when kings get together, nobody's better than the other. Because we all have a territory. Our territory might be big, yours might be bigger than mine, but that does not take away the fact that I have a crown on my head. You have a crown on your head. You have a destiny. You have a territory. But you know what God did it? Everything you need for your destiny will never be within your reach. God did it that a part of you will be somewhere else. So you must understand that. And so what do you require? Humility. But you can never be humble if you don't have self-awareness. People that are proud are people that have not discovered who they are. When you discover who you are, and that's why I'm an advocate of self-awareness early enough. What is self-awareness? Having a comprehensive understanding of yourself with respect to about 4 things. This is my definition, and I teach it everywhere. 4 things you must know about yourself, because there are some wrong things. Some people, it's only the wrong thing what they say they know. What your father said you cannot do. Listen to doctor. He said it's one of his cousins. It was a subtle jibe. The man was still pained. He said, when my cousin told me that, he said in his uneducated mind, the man has not... Because it can be painful when people that are close to you don't believe in you. It's okay when strangers don't believe in you. But it can be so excruciatingly painful when your same brothers, your cousin, your blood brother, those that you think should be your warm market, as we call it in marketing, now becomes your cold market. You are excited to share your ideas, and rather than fan it, they pour hot or cold water. It can be so painful. So, self-awareness. What do you need to know about yourself? Number 1, your potentials. It's about 4 P's I developed. Your potentials. You need to know your potentials. The things you can do effortlessly. God's investment in you. That is your strength. What I'm doing now is my potential. You can wake me up. I can do this anytime. As a matter of fact, confession, I never prepared. I didn't even know my topic until just a few minutes ago. But this is my potential. I don't have to prepare, as it were. I've done my fair share of preparation. So under little notice, I can do this. It's my potential. And because my potential, I don't do anything that will take me outside of speaking to people. Because this is where my genius lies. If I go out of this, I'll be like a fish outside of water. We all have genius in us. So because we said that every child, was it Samson Odegbami? Every child is born a genius. Research showed. But 99% of them are degeniused by adults before they become adults themselves. Because when the child is talking, you talk too much, shut up. That the genius of the man is in his mouth. You are just, when you shut him down, you are just shutting down that genius in him. You are a genius. I'm a genius. That's why education will never be a best evaluation of our genius. Because brilliance is different from intelligence. You can be brilliant and not intelligent. Brilliance is your ability to receive what the system gives to you and give it back as the system wants it. Intelligence is the ability to see beyond, to see two options, and by intuition and inner genius, you know the pathway to go to. And it is intelligent people that chart new courses. Innovation belongs to intelligent mind. Maintaining a structure belongs to the brilliant. But charting new visionaries are intelligent men. Am I speaking to you this morning? So as I was saying, what I said, I lost my thought then. So I'm trying to say that. So your passion, your potential, that's your self-discovery. Number two, second, you need to know about yourself. I said yourself, number one, your potential. Number two is your passion. What are you passionate? What drives your passion? What fuels your passion? Your passion is very important. And passion is not what you decide, it's what you discover. There are things that trigger your passion. Am I speaking to you? I know we say nowadays that don't just follow your passion. But whatever you do that does not allow your passion, you cannot succeed in it. You know why? Life is too hard that without passion, you can't go far. Passion is the inner fuel of the soul that drives you in the midst of opposition. When things are down, one thing about Ubong King, I will not lie, this I'm saying before God. There was a day, I used to follow him on the train to all this tincation, before you went tincation, and I'm like, we did one in Ikeja. I was telling my friends, what is it about this man? You are a billionaire. You have a big security firm. Your children cannot be poor again. Why is this man? Why is he wasting his money? Doesn't want to do politics. I thought he wanted to do politics. Sincerely. In the early days, I thought, this man is scope. You know, there's the way Nigeria makes you think so bad. You are associated with every good thing. So it can't be true. It can't be true. You just go outside there and go and try to distribute rice. Say, honorable. Because politicians, they have so much weaponized weak evil that any little glimpse of being good, we see it as it's a commercial plan. Everything is political. But later on, you know why I knew that this man, when I saw that when you invite him to a 1,000 hall, he will speak like someone that was under fire. The day I saw him speak in a 15 people, the program was not filled. It was like a failure. I was feeling bad for him. When Ubong King took the mic, the same passion I saw him speak to a 1,000 congregation, even more passion he spoke to 15. I told myself, this man is a consistent man. This man, it is not about what you want to get. This is a passion for him. Ubong King will not, when he came to speak for us in our church, we tried to give him, he said, how much will you give me? Keep your money. He just started. He drove down. You could invite him. That is a man of passion. Why are we gathered here today? Because a passion was so ignited that it spread to all of us. And many years after, that passion is still burning. What are you passionate about? So, if all you want to do is to escape poverty and not be broke, you can do it. But please, if you want to do something that is timeless, that life will remember you for, it has to be something that you are passionate about. Am I speaking to you? So, I said self-discovery. What do you discover? Number one, your potentials. Number two, your passion. Number three, now, is, I said your potential, your passion, then your personality. Yeah, that's number three. Your personality. I'm a proponent that your greatness is your personality. You succeed by design. There is a wiring. You have to understand your personality. This is even the foundation of every partnership. As little as or as primary as marriage is, you have to understand your personality. Because in your personality, you have strength and you have weakness by wiring. This basic thought of temperament is basic, but it's fundamental. The ones we know that is common Is that you are an extrovert or what? An introvert. Under those two, we have two categories again. You are either as an extrovert, you are a choleric, or you are what? Sanguine. Under the other one, introvert, you are what? A phlegmatic or what? A melancholy. I've seen people try to downplay the thought and say it's too simplistic. It does not. I've even seen Christians try to say, no matter if you are a Christian, it does not matter. Your prayer, it matters a lot. If you are designed as a choleric, you must understand the strength in that thing. That is why if you are working with a choleric, they are go-getters. They don't mind if they step on your toe as long as they get the result. When they are stepping on you, they don't mean it. If you don't understand the treatment of your boss, you will say it's a toxic staff. It's a toxic. No, it is wiring. So when you understand your boss, this man will get result anyhow. So you are ready to support him. Now you must know yourself that, I'm a choleric. Then you must also know the weakness of that temperament, which means that you have the propensity not to care about people. When you are aware of that weakness, then you can begin to put structures in place to mitigate the effect. I tell people, there are weaknesses in you that you can never eliminate. That's how God created balance. For whatever is powerful, there must be a weak side. Paul said, I was given, a thorn in my flesh. I prayed, said, God, my grace is what? Sufficient in what? So inside of your strength is your weakness. For example, I knew myself early that I'm an extrovert. I'm more of a son. Everything's a blend, but I think I'm more of a son male. I knew that if I'm going to get married, I must marry an introvert, perhaps a phlegmatic. Because in my sanguine nature, I'm very brilliant. But when you get to my house, it's always chaos in my room. My room is always scattered. If you enter my room and it's together, know that my wife just entered and packaged it. But you know what? When I come home and I find a very well neatly arranged room, I love it too. Because it allows productivity. But it cannot last. It's as if I thrive in the chaos. In 3 days' time, the place that was neatly arranged, I will start by looking for a book. That's the problem. Sanguine. You have 2 books you are reading. You not tell yourself there's 1 book. So 5 books at the same time. So I'll start by looking for the book. The book's shelf. The book will go this way. That it's starting that way. I'll look for an underwear. In looking for it, in 3 days. When I was a single on my bed, half of the bed is material. I will now come in. I will now sleep on the other half like that. Do I have witness in the house? Thank you. Let nobody shame you. Let nobody gaslight you. It is your design. Come on. Out of that, creativity comes. Come on. Genius comes. Yes or no? Yeah. So I'm so secured now that you cannot use my weakness to shame me. I'll force shame myself. How do you know people have self-esteem? When they can laugh at themselves. Vulnerability means I can laugh at myself now. You can't laugh at me first. Am I speaking to you? But you know what? In that chaos, on the inside, there's so much structure and order. I knew myself like that. Now, I knew I have to marry a woman whose natural penchant is to organize it without complaining. Because if I marry a sanguine like myself, it's a tsunami. Our children will be in fact, you come to our house, you will see the feeding bottle on the TV, you will see daddy's shoe on the dining table, with his socks close to a plate under the tray. You will see it there. And is that not chaotic? I knew I must marry a woman who was like that. Number 2, in my sanguine nature, I'm a people person. When I see people, I forget time. Like now, if you don't time me, I can be here for tonight. So I'm looking for where time is all around here. Please let me see time. I can continue talking without sense of time. Don't say, that man will not invite me again. If you invite me next time, I will still spend time. It's my nature. There's nothing you can do about it. So let me see time. I'm trying to warn the organizers. Let me see time. So that you don't appear and say, that man, don't bring him again. He does not have sense of time. But you didn't give me. There is a lot to say. So I knew that. But in doing that, you can give people your life and your own life is not going forward. But I need a phlegmatic who loves people but is very suspicious of people. As a sanguine, you are always enthusiastic, always looking for risk. You are not someone that thinks carefully about risk. Can we do it? We go there. But I needed a partner who will say, Indeed, we can go it. Baba, calm down. That is where the balance, that's why a bank runs by having marketers that brings the money and risk assessment team that check the risk before the loan is given out. Do you understand what I'm saying? In doing that, because I understood that in school, by marrying my wife that has that complementary skill, when people say marriage is hard, I wonder, I say, which marriage you? Because it's as if we are having fun every day. Because my weakness is what she likes to arrange. She loves to arrange things. So I can continue scattering it till Jesus comes. She'll keep arranging it. Don't say, is she your wife? She's my wife. You better marry for your future. Marry for your destiny. All this, you get front, you get back, you are in trouble. So I can never ask my wife, what do you bring to the table? She brings too much. Without her, my life is in chaos. I cannot survive. While she was here, I've called her. Said, I can forget anything. When I'm packing, when I'm traveling, I've forgotten my passport until I go to the airport. If I can forget, oh my God. That was why I knew I had to change my initial course from medicine to something else. I'll not tell you what it is. After JAM was the first way to tell me that medicine is not your destiny. They jammed me to biochemistry. But by that time, I got a book that showed me. I said, if I had been a doctor by force, because my mom wanted to be a doctor, mommy doctor. If I was a doctor by force, by now, I can bet it with you, I would have gone to prison for negligence. Because I will forget a whole syringe and I will close the person up. I'm telling you. That's how bad it is. Now, ask me, how do you now remember? Well, when it comes to money, I don't forget. I don't know how God did it. Number 4, the thing you discover, I said your potential, your passion, your personality, and the 4th one, I can't even remember now. If I remember, I'll let you know. There's a 4th one. You know what I'm saying? You can clap for me. You can clap for me. So lastly, as I wrap up, you must have a healthy self-esteem. You must also be a person of value. You must be a person of value. Let me wrap up on the mentorship, because my topic is partnership and mentorship. Now, mentorship is different from partnership. Partnership comes with people that are your onlines, kind of. Mentorship is an upline. Now, there are 3 levels of relationship you must have in your life. Write it down. Number 1, upline relationship, online, and downline. Write them down. Upline, online, and what? Downline. Upline, people that are above you. That's why you have your mentors, your pastors, Ubong King, Ivry King. Those are our upline. We look up to them. They've gone ahead of us. They've succeeded. Your online are your friends, are your peers, your fellow colleagues. Your downline are people that are looking up to you. No matter your age, you must always have these 3 levels in your life. You must always have people you are looking up to, people that are your friends, and people that are looking up to you. Even if you are 18 years old, some people should be looking up to you. Your younger ones should look up to you. Is that okay? You know what that does for you? Your upline pulls you up. Your online shares opportunities with you. Opportunities flow in your online. If you are not good to your friends, when they see opportunity for the best job, they will not share with you, yes or no? So you have to be well connected. Don't say, I'm only looking for great people. I don't go after you're not my level. You must have healthy respect for your friends, because they are the ones that will hear information, and if you have a bad character, they will not share with you, yes or no? Then downline, somebody must always be looking up to you. You know what that does? It keeps you on your toes. I tell people, do you know why leaders can't fall? Leaders are equally tempted. In fact, they are more tempted than followers. But you know why they can't fall? They know that people that are looking up to them are too much. So I tell people, the cure for your indiscipline is commitment. Go into leadership. Let people be looking up to you. When you want to mess up, it will ring in your head. I must not disappoint Mr. Johnson. What will I say to this person? So it's not as if we are also not tempted. But when we remember the stakes are high, we what? We come back to. But when nobody's looking up to you, you can do anyhow. Am I speaking to you now? So, mentorship is an accelerator. Mentorship is an accelerator. What do you need to succeed in mentorship? Number 1, hunger. You must be hungry for something mentorship. Mentorship is not sponsorship. Mentorship is that you are looking for something which is mostly not tangible. It's not money. You are looking for wisdom. You are looking for, perspective. So you need hunger. If you are not hungry, I've seen people say, that man, I was running after you. Pastor, I've been looking for you for the past 3 months, trying to connect with you. I just moved on. You are not hungry enough, sir. If you are really hungry, I remember the story I heard of Cecilia Ibru of Oshoni Bank. My mentor told me then that when she wanted to get something for her bank then, the then CBN bank, governor didn't want to see her. I don't know, it was hard for her to get. She was going to Abuja. They'll tell her, the secretary, secretaries are very powerful. All the secretaries, he's not around. And it's not women to women. There's always a syndrome between women to women. He's not around. She said one day she told her guys, I'm going. I don't know when I'm coming back, but I'll be back. She got there. They told her he's not around. She sat down. After 3 hours, said, "Ma, I'm not sure he's coming today." He said, "Don't worry, I'll wait." He said when it got to 4 p.m., from 10 a.m., she took the first flight in Lagos. By 4 p.m., the lady was about to start running off. She took her wrapper, flapped it very well. He was like, "What are you trying to do?" She laid it on the floor. She was about to sleep. The lady said, "Ma, this is an office." He said, "Don't worry. Close the door. Leave me here. I will sleep over here. But today, I must see your Oga. When she saw that this woman is like a bulldog that will not go, all of a sudden, Oga is around. Say, oh, I'm sorry. He said he just came back. He came to the back door. Which back door? He said that day, he saw the Oga and the problem was solved that day. If you were to be a Gen Z today, say, why is he gaslighting me? Who is he? Is it because we don't pay anybody? That's why Gen Zs are very difficult to work with. No sense of respect. You're not ready to sacrifice for what you want. But today, that's why she could build. So that license was very important to that phase then. So you have to, how hungry are you? Your hunger will show you your desire. Someone said the proof of hunger is pursuit. And you are here today shows me you are hungry. Celebrate yourself. Come on. Number 2, I've said it, humility. Number 3, persistence. And the last one is honor. Without honor, virtue cannot be released to you. So you need honor. Honor makes things different. Have I spoken to you this morning?
Yes, sir.
Let me wrap up by telling you this. Some of you today, you are sitting here today listening to me as a participant. In the next 5 years, you'll be standing here speaking to other people. I see that in your destiny. Do you believe that about yourself? Tell yourself, I believe that. Tell yourself, my time is now. So I like that R. Kelly song that says, I believe I can fly. Because if you don't believe you can fly, even if you have wings, you will crawl. But tell your neighbor, I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Tell him, are you getting ready to fly with me? Because in this space, no mediocrity zone, we are all soaring. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sam.
No, sir, we need you on stage. We need you on stage, sir.
Mr. Sam Odegbami, sir, you have not told us the 4th P.
I will remember.
You will remember. We will block you outside just to ask you for the 4th P. What's the first one? First P. Potential. The second one. Passion. The third one. The 4th one. What possibility? Just put the P there. You'll be all right. Thank you very much. That was very inspiring.
Okay.
We have...
I remember the 4th one. Your purpose, yeah.
Purpose, put your hands together. Thank you very much. All right, so usually we have a tradition at Thinkation just to honor our speakers for this phenomenal work that they've done. And we'll just invite Mrs. Ivy King to come just present a gift, a token of our appreciation. Please put your hands together for her. She makes her way up here. You can keep clapping. Thank you very much. You're an amazing audience. Thank you.
That was an amazing presentation. I hope we're all blessed by it. How many people are ready to take action? Not just listen. How many people are ready to act on the things we've heard today? Okay, I can see a lot of hands. God bless you all. Thank you very much, Pastor Shegun, for Pastor Samson, for that wonderful presentation. And on behalf of the Ubong King Foundation, I'm presenting this award to you for your impactful support during Thinkation 2025, the Rock City edition. We'll not forget it. Thank you. And nice to meet you too. And we have, wait, we also have this token. We have this token presentation to you as well. Thank you. Thank you for honoring us.
I heard someone saying, wow. Don't worry, it has been prophesied to you that one day you'll be up here speaking. Right? And then they'll present you with this. All right, fantastic. Okay.